pumping iron, day 55. It is back day, and we're going back to the gym. And we just had toenail surgery. Had an ingrown toenail, but it's numb right now. So, and I don't, need to use my toe really for back day or any day for that matter. I'd say the only one maybe squat might have an issue, but everything else is should be pretty accessible with my toe. But yeah, it took like 5 minutes. It wasn't very intense surgery, but glad it's getting better. It was pretty bad for over probably close to 2 months, to be honest. I've had issues with that toe, and the other one I'm just not going to touch it, and it should get shouldn't hurt too much. But besides that, it is back day, and we're gonna destroy it. Got our straps in the back. We're gonna do some rows, pull downs, single arm rows. I don't really know. There's not too many exercises on back. I mean, it's the same motion. You got a row to grow. That rowing motion, whether it's you're looking down, looking up, whether it's single arm, whether you're pulling down. I mean, you're always pulling down, right? The pulling motion is what grows your back. It's just different variations of the pull. So we'll just do a mix of those variations, and it shouldn't be too hard. Back days are pretty easy. Back and chest are like sort of rest days, I'd say, because it's only a single exercise. I kind of like it. They're quick. I can knock this out in 45 minutes. It'll probably take me closer to an hour and a half, then probably hour 15. Because I'll talk to people and stuff like that. But if I really wanted to, I could knock this out really quickly and be on with my day. Compared to arms or legs, which is two muscle groups. For arms, it's biceps and triceps. For legs, it's quads and hammies. So with two muscle groups, 45 times 2 is an hour and a half, right? So I could do it in an hour and a half. Usually it takes me probably closer to 2 hours for both of those days. And then, yeah, I mean, that's why I like it. That's kind of like having 2 rest days, partial rest days. I see the value of full rest days. People do them a lot. But, I like keeping myself to a standard of, doing something every day consistently. Like when I swam 6 days a week, that's kind of was my life for 10 years. But it's a routine. And people may say it's, too much or this and that. But those were the most fun years of, my life, really. Just swimming every day, twice a day, most days. The routine is, you should fall in love with the routine. And once you do that, it's kind of hard to stop you, because it's like with lifting now, it's part of me. It's part of my day, every day, and I know it is. Once I made the decision, I'm gonna do this every day. It just happened. I already had the experience with doing it every day with swim. It was kind of a very easy switch over. But now it's just second nature. Instead of asking myself, how am I gonna get to the gym, or when am I gonna lift? It's just like I don't even ask myself. I just know that I'm gonna get it in. And if you can get to that level, then the gym starts to be really, really fun. Even if you don't hit a PR or have a great workout, it's still fun because it's part of your life, and it's like you can't live without it. I guess it's an obsession, an addiction. I mean, there's good addictions, I'd say. Lifting is one of them. Anything that can better you, I'd say, would be a good obsession, right? And the only way to get really good at something is to be obsessed with it. So there's that. And like I said, it only takes, you could just do an hour a day and be fine. And you don't have to lift every day. You could take some days off or take the weekends off. But I just, every single day, I have one thing that'll make me, you know, healthier and make me happier. And that's pretty good. I mean, I don't think everyone can say that, but I can guarantee it every single day that I'm at the gym. It'll be good for an hour. It'll at least be a good, and I'm working and happy and all that stuff, and that's good. So I'm gonna keep doing it. We got the series to keep me accountable, but man, the main thing is it's fun. I enjoy doing it. Not getting injured, not getting hurt, and I'm seeing gains. Like I said yesterday, even if I didn't see any progress, I'd still be having fun, and I'd still be doing it. It's all about the process. It doesn't matter about the results. It's all about the process, and being obsessed with the workouts and the process and loving, right? So, back day is a part of that process, and we're gonna have to get it done today. It should be pretty quick, as I said, and I'll see y'all inside. Hi.
To your toe.
You still got this big nail like on the side. It was crazy. It was like huge.
There's a big bandage on it.
Yeah.
And what about post-treatment?
I have to take it off tonight and then soak and put antibiotic on it for 2 weeks.
The antibiotic, or is that what she called in?
I think that's what she called it.
It's my
Your boy.
one. It's
I think.
Can I do a set?
Yeah.
Pull in front.
Oh yeah. Are you going? make you pretty tired. This workout or this machine I usually don't use. Kind of just feels like doing a pull up, which makes sense because it's at 185 and that's how much I weigh. And it's kind of like weightless with all these pulleys. So I'm pretty much just doing pull ups. Don't really know what to do for back right now. Guess I can just go up and wait on this. But yeah. Oof. Are you leaving?
Very hard. I always wondered if I should do like together.
I can do both.
I like these machines.
Huh?
I like these machines where you can do single. Like
Yeah, it's nice.
Alright, you're coming home when you're done.
Bye. Just drop it. All right. All right. All right. We have finished the workout, and it was all right. Actually, got a really good pump actually. So I say it is pretty good. Um, but yeah, did pull downs, 4 sets, pull downs, 2 sets in rows, and then I kind of just ran around and did some other machines. Both were like pulling down from an upward motion, but machines. And then I finished it off with a straight arm, um, like rows, I guess, with the rope. You'll see it on the video. We already saw it, but I love that finisher. It's probably the best finisher in my opinion. It just activates your lats, so your pump is really, really awesome. But it was all right. We got maybe did 200 on pull downs for a few reps. Felt pretty good. But I did take my pre-workout. Um, I was just, I guess, in a little bit of a rush coming home from the doctor. My toe hurts a little bit, but I think that's just because the numbness is wearing off, not because I did a physical activity. Sure, it probably wasn't helpful. I don't think it was detrimental though, but that's besides the point. We're gonna go get a protein shake and be on with our day. Talk to Jang. He said he's doing chest and squat today, bench and squat today, because he missed his workout yesterday. He was studying. Um, but I mean, that's a tough combo. But Jing looking good, bigger than ever. Of course, always getting size and strength. I wonder when he'll drop off or plateau. I think he might be right now a little bit. Not that I'm like preying on his downfall. I was just, you can't get stronger forever, right? And you can get strong for a long time and keep going up, even if it's a little bit. But eventually, that curve is just gonna flatten, right? You'll reach your potential. It's like with beginner gains, right? They have a really steep increase, right? And oftentimes they get discouraged when it starts to flatten out. But it happens, it's natural. And if you can keep, going up, even after you get that really first spike, that's how you know that you're doing something right, right? Because any beginner with a pretty bad program or no program at all, or just going to the gym three days a week can make pretty big gains just because they haven't, they're new. It's new to them. It's like they're shocking the muscles, but on a whole nother level because it's their first time, and they make massive gains, right? But if you continue those gains, then that means you dialed in a program, your nutrition's good, your sleep's good, everything's good. So, that's how you know if you're really working, right? Because I mean, I bet when Jang, had that massive growth in a few years, either, you know, part of that was probably beginner gains, right? but he kept maintaining that because he had a good program and he had good intensity in his training and he had a good diet and nutrition and sleep and all that. So I mean that's why he's seeing these massive gains. But eventually, there's just so much you can do to your body, right? And so much growth you can have. And it's also, you know, it has to happen. It's going to plateau. It's going to start to drop off. And people always talk about the natural limit, but I mean it's pretty true. I'd say there is a limit to how strong you can get, right? Um, but you don't really know that limit until you get it, right? And it takes, people think they'll reach it in 3 or 4 years, but I think it's more like 10 to 12 years. My dad's, well, it depends also on testosterone levels. Like that plays a factor. Like in college, I know he says, you peak in testosterone probably in your early 20s or early to mid 20s. So that's probably your window of having a lot of strength. But then there's also powerlifters that are 40 years old. They're probably on some performance enhancing, supplements, but they're hitting 1,000-pound squats. So I think it just takes time. You can be really strong in your 30s if you start when your late teens, right? But I think as a general rule, yeah, you're probably most strongest in your early 20s because the amount of testosterone you have naturally producing. Um, but you can always increase that, I guess, unnaturally, right? I mean, testosterone is not as bad as anabolic steroids, but I'd still want to see what I can do naturally, right? Not take anything. So we'll see what that natural limit is. Who knows, right? That's why there's only one way to find out, and it's it'll be fun. It'll be fun to find it out, and it's pretty crazy how much a few like months of just dedicated lifting can do, right? Because I really never did this. I just swam pretty much the whole week, and then on the weekends, Saturday, Sunday, I'd pretty much just bench, right, with my dad. And it's pretty, swimming gets you in shape, right? And there's really good physiques with swimmers that don't lift at all, but just lifting, twice a week got me pretty big. Um, which maybe says, maybe I do have really good genetics. And they look at my parents, yeah, they're both in very good shape. Um, but again, like I said, other times genetics is not really, it's really an excuse, but I guess I'm lucky, to have these good genetics, right? So I just got to utilize them. But yeah, the gains you can make in a short amount of time are possible, if you do it consistently and pretty much, every day. Why not? Can't hurt. It takes an hour of your day. Maybe I should change the series name to an hour a day because it's all it takes. But, I'll digress. And the workout was good. We got arms tomorrow. Feels like I just did arms, but it's probably because I did. But yeah, arms tomorrow, and then we'll be back with another 4-day cycle after that. Probably max out soon on bench. I have to hold out and squat probably because of my toe as well. Not a good time to do it. But yes, I'll see y'all in the next one.